don't you weep, Martha, don't you mow.
Hi, I'm Jessi Suzuki, Shades Tab Class of 2000, and was pitched from 2002 to 2003. This is a video for the soprano part for Mary. The structure of Mary is pretty simple. There are 4 verses. The first 2 are identical. Those are the "Oh Mary, Don't You Weep" verses. And then the 3rd and 4th verse are similar, but not identical, and those are the "If I could, I surely would" verses. After those 4 verses, which just happen in a row, there's the breakdown, which is the "Oh Mary, don't you weep" section. It's actually 16 times you sing that, 8 times low, 8 times high, and then you come back for just a closing of Pharaoh's army drowned in the Red Sea, "Oh Mary, don't you weep, tell Martha not to moan." The end. Here is the soprano part for Mary, opening with the soloist. Well, I'm singing Mary. Oh, Mary, don't you weep. Martha, don't you moan. Oh, Mary, don't you weep. Martha, don't you moan. Pharaoh's army drowned in the Red Sea. Oh, Mary, don't you weep. Martha, don't you moan. Oh, Mary, don't you weep. Martha, don't you moan. Oh, Mary, don't you weep. Martha, don't you moan. Pharaoh's army drowned in the Red Sea. Oh, Mary, don't you weep. Martha, don't you moan. If I could, I surely would stand on the rock. Moses stood. Pharaoh's army drowned in the Red Sea. Oh, Mary, don't you weep. Martha, don't you moan. If I could, I surely would stand on the rock where Moses stood. Pharaoh's army drowned in the Red Sea. Oh, Mary, don't you weep. 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 Here's the first ditty. Oh, Mary, don't you weep. Oh, Mary, don't you weep. Here's the second ditty. Oh, Mary, don't you weep. 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 Oh, Mary, don't weep. Oh, Mary, don't you weep. Oh, Mary, don't weep. Oh, Mary, don't you weep. Oh, Mary, don't you weep. Pharaoh's army drowned in the Red Sea. Oh, Mary, don't you weep. Tell Martha not to moan. Verses 3 and 4, the "If I Could" verses, have some small variations within them, so just to highlight that and go through it. The the first part is the same. The if I could part is the same, but then I surely would and stand on the rock is a little bit different in terms of the durations and where in the beats they fall. So just maybe I'll do it a little slower. So it's uh, uh, uh. If I could, I surely would stand on the rock. Okay. And then the second time through, verse 4, it's if I could, I surely would stand on the rock. Okay, so I hope that difference is clear. And then the second time through, there's actually a where added in. So those are the notes. Where, right after that part I just sang on the fourth verse. Pharaoh's army part, just to clarify the notes again, in my recording of the full song, I may not have hit that accurately at all times. They move kind of fast. So it's Pharaoh's army. One more time. Pharaoh's army. One last part to clarify is on the breakdown section when you're doing Oh Mary Don't You Weep repeated 16 times. The first 8 are low, and those are all the same. Oh Mary Don't You Weep. Oh Mary Don't You Weep. Okay, no difference with any of those. And then when you're moving to the high part, you're alternating on the beat and syncopated entries. So it's oh Mary don't you weep. And the next one is oh Mary don't you weep. Oh Mary don't you weep. And then syncopated. Oh Mary don't weep. That's different obviously. Then again, oh Mary don't you weep. Now this one is different note-wise. Oh Mary don't weep. Oh Mary don't you weep. Can you tell that's my favorite one? Oh Mary don't you weep. Okay, so yeah, you were alternating syncopated and entering non-syncopated and syncopated, and you had a little bit of variation in terms of the notes you sang towards the second half of those 8. But that's super fun. And that was Mary.
I could but